It makes sense written down. It's hard to say. Hi, my name is Lacey, and welcome to my recap of episode 2 of Love Always. Now streaming on Paramount Plus. At the Singletons daters house, I guess Lexi has the main house and then the dater house is over here. Oh, biscuit. At the dating house, Tyler is really hitting on Sienna, and she's kind of liking it, even though she identifies as a lesbian. I think she just likes the attention that he's flirty and he's fun, so she's just kind of like, okay, I'll go along with it, whatever. Rylan and Lewis are platonically cuddling, and they're hitting it off, and he's talking about like putting their selfie together as his like phone backdrop, and it's like, why are you trying so hard with this other girl when you're here to date Lexi? We also find out at the dater's house that Jamie and Sienna previously dated. Not like seriously dated, but like hooked up a couple times on more than one occasion. They were never like official in a relationship, but they do have a past. The matchmakers come into the game, and Mari talks to her team member, who is Lewis, and she says, hey, focus on Lexi. What are you here for? Focus on Lexi. Okay. And then Anthony talks to Rylan, who's on his team, and he tells Rylan, like, why are you platonically cuddling with other people? Maybe look into that a little bit. And that brings us to our first challenge of the series. So I think it's called Icebreaker. So what they have to, there's like a block of ice, and Biscuit's right here. So there's Biscuit. He's here to help me talk about the show. Okay, so the first challenge, they have some blocks of ice, and in it are frozen some like papers with one-liners on it, like pickup lines. And so then they have to melt the ice with their bodies, get the pickup lines out of the ice, and then match the pickup line to the person who said it on the board. And then the winning team wins a group date with Lexi. During the game, Mark like punches the ice, and it's like, dude, that's ice. Why are you punching it? And of course he ends up bleeding. Weirdo. They go over the pickup lines, and one of them was like, are you French? 'Cause I full for you. Eiffel for you. That's hard to say. Are you French? Because Eiffel for you. It makes sense written down. It's hard to say. After all of the pickup lines are sorted, the matchmakers kind of talk about like, hey, how about instead of like playing up your own ego, maybe open with a little self-deprecating humor instead of being like, I'm the greatest, just kind of like temper it a little. That's what Anthony says. Mari talks about respect and not to like neg people. The winner of the group date is Mari's team, and they get to go on a date with Lexi to color me mine, to paint mugs. And it's a really cute date, and I've been wanting to go to Color Me Mine eventually, but they get to paint mugs or little ceramics and stuff like that. During the date, they ask Lexi, like, what are you looking for? And she asks them what they're looking for. And they have a really nice conversation, all of the Mari's team and Lexi, and they're all supportive, and they're talking about trust and adventure. And they talk about growing together, like finding somebody they want to grow with, and good conversation, and somebody with goals. While the Mari's team is on their group date, Tyler, who is back at the house, decides to plan a picnic for Lexi for when she gets back. So he finds a way to get all of her favorite foods and like favorite lemonade and favorite desserts and stuff like that. And he has Cyprian help him set it up, and it's all lovely so that when Lexi comes back, she's like, oh, what a beautiful picnic and a nice surprise and some sweets and all that stuff. And they have a really nice, Tyler and Lexi have a really nice date, and with all the delicious desserts, and it made me hungry. Lewis, however, is pissed because he doesn't think that Tyler should have a date with her. So he put it together. Lewis could too. Lewis is also mad that Tyler is wearing something very similar to him, like a jean jacket and jeans and a shirt. It's like pretty basic, but he's like, oh, you stole my look. And he got like really butthurt about it, about his outfit. And I'm like, dude, grow up. And meanwhile, Lewis is like complaining about Tyler's clothes, and Lexi's trying to have this nice date. And so Lewis is just crapping all over Lexi's night. During this date, however, Tyler does say that it looks like he's flirting with the girls, and he was in the beginning, but he's settling down and he's like not into them, and he's just here for Lexi. We shall see. I'm not sure, but he did make an effort to get all of her favorite things, so maybe. Mari comes in and pulls Lewis aside and is like, why are you freaking out? And he's like, my clothes, Tyler, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, really? You're gonna get in a fight about clothes? Grow up and move on. Get over it. And he's like, yeah. Lewis, after talking to Mari, goes over to Lexi's house to apologize to her for the attitude problem and the fight with Tyler when she got back from their group date. And she's pretty emotional about it. She's like, I had a really lovely day. She had the group date and she had Tyler's date. And then Lewis just like fought and ruined the whole thing for her. And so she's really emotional about it and really hurt by his actions. But she does forgive him and says, okay, thank you. I appreciate your apology. It is time for the elimination of the evening. Lexi says that she appreciates Cyprian's help in Tyler's picnic setup, so it didn't go unnoticed. Everybody is kind of upset about Rylan and Lewis cuddling, and so Lexi has been made aware of it, and she's not happy about that. Lexi makes a point to say that she had a great connection with Jasmine and with Tyler, so she's definitely saving those two for this evening. And the bottom, she pulls Lewis, and then there's a delay, and she's not sure what to do, and she says, excuse me a moment, let me pull my matchmakers. So she pulls Mari and Anthony and talks to the matchmakers and is like, I don't know what to do, there's too many negatives. And they're like, well, you do what you got to do, and if there's too many negatives, then it is what it is. We're not going to fight for it, so you do you. Lexi does not pull anybody else to be the bottom. She just flat out eliminates Lewis, and he is gone. She said she appreciates his apology, but it was too much for her, and they are not right for each other. Lewis, for his part, is polite about it. He exits with grace, and he says he knew he messed up and that it was his fault and not anyone else's. Lexi said, however, that she doesn't trust anybody in the house and that she doesn't know what's going on when she's not there. And that is true. That is true. So that's it for episode 2 of Love Always. What do you think about the show? Who is your favorite? Do you see any potential matches for Lexi? Are you seeing any troublesome people? I want to hear your thoughts. Leave them down below. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see more Biscuit. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Biscuit wants you to subscribe. See?